catchphrase for the city of Hartford is, Hartford has it. I'm not even making that up. And it, right now, is obviously referring to the best team in all the land in college basketball, because Connecticut made a very definitive statement in blowing out conference rival Marquette. Now, keep in mind, Connecticut entered this game having lost 10 of their last 11 against top 5 opponents. So number 1 Connecticut versus number 4 Marquette has meaning. And even with this game being a home game in Hartford, let's also remember that the NCAA Selection Committee earlier on Saturday morning released their rankings, and they have Connecticut as a 1 seed and Marquette as a 2 seed. So this was set to be an epic battle until quickly it wasn't, because all this was a reminder of the depth and greatness of Connecticut basketball. Keep in mind, we're coming off of a Super Bowl where we saw back-to-back championships for Kansas City, and now we might need to start acknowledging that back-to-back seems more likely than not for Connecticut, because if this was truly a game between the number 1 team and the number 4 team, then either the number 4 team didn't show up or the number 1 team is really that dang good. From the outset, it was about ball distribution. Connecticut moving the ball everywhere and then able to get 12 assists on their first 14 buckets. What's that tell you? It tells you that they were running Marquette in circles and Marquette had no answer. And then with the offensive rebounding edge, it meant more possessions for Connecticut. If that wasn't enough, Marquette decided they should also turn the ball over twice as much in the first half as Connecticut did and shoot poorly from the outside. That recipe for disaster led to a huge deficit at the half. And in the second half, Connecticut kept their foot on the gas. There were a couple of times where Marquette tried to get back into this, and every time they did, Connecticut just reminded you, they are deeper than most teams in the country. They are better than most teams in the country, and they are capable of beating you in so many ways at once. Marquette had no answer. This was a statement win for Connecticut. This was a statement win for a Connecticut team that today looks like they're better than they were a year ago right now, and that team won a national championship. It is time to start wondering if Connecticut is, much like the Chiefs, on the verge of a college basketball dynasty, because even with the moments of reset that they had to do in their roster this year, they're still clearly the number 1 team in all the land.